high school girls' backsides as they walk by. His buddy says, you got to cut that out, man. You got to go to jail. And Wooderson says, to no one in particular and everybody at the same time, no, man. That's what I like about those high school girls, man. I get older, they stay the same age. That line is what I called my launch pad. As soon as I unpacked that line and said, who is that guy who actually sees the world through those lenses? Who's that guy who's not trying to be cool, not trying to be charming, not trying to make a joke, who actually is sharing his philosophy on life with you? So who's that? All of a sudden I had an encyclopedia on a guy named Wooderson. I also have a cast that I work with that were lobbing me lines in the middle of scenes that I was not written into, inviting me into scenes by their dialogue live while we were shooting every night. Richard Linklater, I'm not supposed to work tomorrow night. He says, come on back to the set. Might be in this next scene. The next night, the next night, the next night. For 3 weeks. For 3 weeks. 3 lines turned into 3 weeks' work right here in Austin, Texas. The things I learned on that set about how to work with people, about how to creatively work, about where a great idea can come from anywhere, that it's not about any kind of game of who has the most best ideas. Whoever's got the hot hand, go with it and use it. If you got a great idea, steal it, use it. It's a compliment to who you stole it from. Because we're all out for, no matter how many times you butt heads or what have you, what's everybody want? From the PA all the way to the producer, director, and every single actor. Everybody wants to make a good show. There's many ways to skin that cat. And what I learned in the experience I had on Days Confused is still paramount. I still use it to this day to talk and how I try to go about sets. And when we hit hardships on sets today, I still remember back about that experience. About it. I learned the best way to do it the first time I did it. And that was on Days Confused, Linklater's set, with the people that I worked with. That I met the guy, Don Phillips, who's now moved on, in a bar right here in Austin on some little cool Thursday night in the summer of '92. So what I thought was going to be a hobby, meaning what I thought might be, I'll have kids one day and tell them, hey, I was in this little movie called Days Confused back in 1992. That was going to be it. Turned into a career for me. Something that I've learned to love, something that, a craft that I've learned to how to get better at, what my rights were, what it stood for, what it stood against. And now I think I've done over 55 films. And so it was more than a couple years ago when I went into that bar, when I showed up on that set. And the first night, I do want to remind you, you may already know the story. If you do, it's worth telling one more time. The first 3 words I ever said on film, in a scene that I was not originally written in, but Richard Linklater says, hey, I think Wooderson would be interested in picking up the redheaded intellectual. I said, yeah, man, Wooderson likes all types of chicks. He goes, well, she's sitting over there. Her name is Marissa Ribisi. She's the actress. And maybe you pull up in your car and go pick her up. So I get in the car. Next thing I know, I have a mic being put on my collar. I'm nervous. There's not a word written. What the hell am I going to do? This is my very first scene I've ever been in. I think about, okay, who's my man? Who's Wooderson? What does Wooderson love? I said, Wooderson loves his car. I said, I'm in my 1970 Chevelle. There's one. I said, Wooderson likes to get high. I said, oh, Slater's riding shotgun. He's always got a doobie rolled up. There's 2. I said, Wooderson likes his rock and roll. I said, oh, Wooderson's got Ted Nugent's Stranglehold in the 8-track right now. There's 3. All of a sudden, I hear action. And I look up and I go, and Wooderson likes picking up chicks. I got 3 out of 4. Let's go get the 4th. All right, all right, all right. Notice, if you look at that film, it's wild. I'm not even on screen. It's a wide shot, and you just see the Chevelle pulling around. How in the heck does a line or a sound or 3 words like that stick and have preceded me since? I do not know. People ask me all the time, don't you get tired of that? People saying that? And I said, no, no, no. Number 1, I know the author. And number 2, those are the first 3 words I said and what I thought was going to be a hobby that turned out to be a career. So, to have it here and then have a cinema named after me, have a day in the town that I started my career, in a town that I still live in with my family here by choice. Thank you. All right.